Hello! Welcome to Computer Tech and More. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Logitech G604 gaming mouse. And really any type of mouse, because you can use a gaming mouse to do anything. Exploring the box really quickly, it's got Lightspeed technology, wireless gaming mouse, some more product information, 15 tactile positional controls, dual connectivity with Bluetooth or with ultra-fast 1 millisecond Lightspeed advanced wireless technology, toggle between them options, and a Hero 25K sensor. So this is a Hero that Logitech likes to use on their other gaming mice. So it has proven itself to be one of the better ones. So let's go ahead and open it up. Alrighty, in the box it comes with one AA battery. It comes with your wireless extension cable, basically, your USB-C cable, and a dongle. But let's take a closer look at this mouse. So this is scroll wheel in click mode. You push the center button. So I personally would like there to be a bit more of an in-between in there, because it's either ultra fast or the super clicky. I guess that's just where like they're more business oriented in MX series, so you can fully fine-tune that are just a little bit better. Opening up the back compartment is where we find the battery slot and the dongle. So I guess it's kind of cool that it's inside there for protection, but I don't know, I guess I'd like it somewhere else. But hey, there's no real complaint. Oh, that's kind of cool. This is magnetically held into place. So you got those 3 magnets, so it doesn't click, but it does hold itself very firmly in place, so it's not going to go anywhere. The plastics, it's got this rubberized plastic here on the top, and the back is a smooth plastic, same with the click areas. Speaking of which, let's listen to the clicks. Oops. Well, overall, some of the clicks sound particularly hollow. This back one in particular sounds very hollow. I feel it actually reverberating through the whole mouse, vibrating, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's a complaint or not. I guess I just expect kind of better, but then you would add more weight to the mouse to have more sound dampening there. So, you know, to each their own. It's got your on-off switch, and then just the sensor on the bottom. It's got nice large pads, so it should slide very nicely and easily across most mouse surfaces. So if you are wondering, my hand size is a medium-sized hand. That's just the size glove I wear. And how would I hold the mouse? I would probably do something like this. So generally speaking, I'm not a claw grip, and I'm not a fingertip. If you're on a fingertip, you would find this to be a very, very large mouse. If you're a claw grip, everything is going to be in fairly nice position, other than these 2 backmost buttons right here. They're a little bit on the tight side. So other than that, I think I'd hold the mouse basically like this, sort of in that in-between style. And these 2 buttons for the kind of plus and minus is what they're labeled here, would be a little bit of a reach. I'd have to do a little bit of reach, so I'd be sitting at these 2 middle ones. It's not too bad, but this is definitely more of a claw grip mouse. Let's go ahead and plug it into a computer and see how it does. Well, I do apologize for the poor, more or less, resolution. I planned on doing screen capture on the desktop for basically the first time, but unfortunately the microphone just sounded like a garbled mess, and I'm still figuring that out. So you have the Logitech G gaming software, or G Hub, and you click on your device, and there it is. So now we can set it up. Alright, so one of the first things we're going to set up is the dots per inch, or pixels per inch. And it has a bunch of information on here where you can quickly just come over here and select what you like. So I prefer like around 3000, so I'm going to select that. But you can also come over here and manually do a slider. And it looks like it has several pre-programmed in pixels per inches. Again, I apologize for the overall appearance, it's just a little beyond my ability to deal with right now. Okay, continuing to explore the software. When you click on there, that looks a little bit better. So now you can see the different pixels per inch. I just had to shrink the screen size so it fit a little bit better. And you can choose your mouse reporting rate. I would leave it at 1000 for best results for gaming. 500 would be adequate, but anything under that would really not work well. 1000 hertz is really kind of the standard for gaming mice these days, and I would stick with that. If you can find one faster, that would be even better. And I don't know if there's anything else. Let's check real quick. So you're in sensitivity, DPI. You can do assignments, and the plus and minus on the side adjust your DPI, which is pretty cool. However, I would probably want something along the lines of controlling one of these side ones to slow it down for like first-person shooters when aiming with the sniper rifle, rather than having to push like through a bunch of options just to get there. But it is kind of a nice thing that you can set it up based on what you're doing, as opposed to just leaving on a standard, which is what I'm talking about. So it all depends on your own personal preference, and really there's no wrong answer to that. And it tells you, scroll up, middle click, right click, all that kind of stuff. And you can click on it and use default, disable. Must be a way to change what this is. Use default, disable. View 2. There we go. Forward, back, DPI shift. That way, that one allows you to cycle through the different DPIs. This bottommost one. And then 1, 2, and 3 are completely unassigned. What's the default? Nothing. Disabled. Nope. That completely turns it off. Select assignment. Use default. Alright. So I guess you could just layer these to be whatever you want, and these are going to be kind of hard fixed, except you could still change them in game to be whatever you want. So that's, that's fine. And then you got these things. If I can click. I can drag and drop. So you could come up here and be like, hey, I want to zoom in, and then you drag it to whatever you want it to be. So can I do that in view 1, 2? Just be like, hey, I want to change that to view. Yep, it looks like I could just drag and drop any of these options on the side, and you can search for your own commands and drag and drop to any of the mouse cursors if you wanted them to. And what else? Alrighty, my game of choice is Black Mesa. I have my regular Razer Ultimate Basilisk to compare against this Logitech G502. Well, let's see, it's got actions, macros, system. Alright, let's go ahead and game with this mouse. I apologize, G604. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Okay, first and foremost, now that I'm at a desk sitting position. So this does raise your fingers up a little bit higher, but overall a very similar position, and no real complaints about how it feels, I guess. The click, well, you definitely know when you clicked, which is different than my other mouse, but so that's a plus and a minus there by itself. Whoosh. And we run through. Uh-oh. So the response time for looking around and that kind of stuff all feels very much in line with what I would expect, even compared to my other mouse. Comfort really is what's going to come down next, and how smooth it glides. I'm going to say that the G604 just has a little bit more resistance. Sorry, I know that the screen must be flicking around a whole lot for you all. Just has a little bit more sound resistance than, so that's a little bit of a minus. So I did leave basically most of the settings just pretty much where they were, just for sake of simplicity, but I would just set it up more specifically if I were to keep this mouse and use it as a primary. So if you want a nice mouse and you've got on a little bit of a budget, so like again, 60 bucks, or you can buy one renewed. I saw a lot of them renewed for like 50, and we're talking like excellent condition renewed. This, whoops, might be an excellent choice. That was not the mouse, that was me. Oh, well, let's take care of these guys and then we'll continue running around. Oh, there's a bad guy. Oh, we got some more bad guys up there. So yeah, I'm gonna say that I give this a very good score for its price. If we're talking like super raw, like compared to everything else, it's a little bit behind, but it's not that far behind. And if once you take into account the $60 price tag, A+. There's no bad product, only a bad price for that product. In most cases, there are some bad products. With that, I think I'm gonna wrap up this review and call this a very good mouse and one worth considering for your gaming computer. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got questions about mice or other topics, I'm big into fan testing right now, and if there's anything else you'd like to see me take a look at in the future, please leave in the comments down below. I've got a Patreon page, also linked down below, and I hope to see you next time here on Computer Tech and More. What did I say this mouse's price was? $60? So compared to like a $200 mouse. Yeah, I mean, you gotta rail in your expectations. So I would say that is quite excellent, actually. And the fact that the thumb rest is there, I absolutely love that. The fact that there's no RGB, I don't think is that much of an issue because your hand is kind of covering it to begin with. Now, one of the major downsides is that it does use a AA battery instead of having a battery pack on the inside, but that does save cost. And then you can just get rechargeable AA batteries and call it a day, and then you would just have like a charger nearby.